WFOV. It's your boy T.I. Frank.
And your boy Trey Jack.
It's the Flycy Showcase Radio. And tonight, right now, we have some young cats in the building with us. Kicking it. Before we get there, we're going to just give a shout out to our sponsors real quick. Can I get a shout out to
92.1 WFOV.
BAM, also Factory 2.
Also the local.
So we want to give a shout out to you guys. Thank you for allowing us to be able to do this and sponsor us. We appreciate you guys and also the fans who continue to support us at the Showcase movement. But before we get into anything else, I would like to welcome two young cats in the building.
What's up? What's up? Not much.
Yes.
Hey, what's going on, my man?
Nice hat. Shout out to Zahiro.
Shout out Z-Hero, Cake Fiend, bro.
So, before I even have you two gentlemen talk, I do want to explain something to you guys. I ran into Justin. We ran into Justin right up at the beginning of Flycy Showcase back in 2017.
Yep.
I want to say summertime.
Yeah, just at the end of summer.
And he came down, did his thing on the stage, and from that point, I guess we knew each other. So when you come to Flycy, you know, boom, we're family.
You come to Flycy.
Flycy, you're now a part of the Flycy movement. And then I seen this cat. I ran into him at Best Buy, and he told me that he had been working on a studio. Him and a partner built a studio, and they want me to check it out. Come through and look up, and we actually got a chance to go down and check out y'all's studio. So first of all, congratulations on the studio that y'all built. It's a
inspiring, man.
Wonderful studio.
We appreciate it.
And
really honored.
You two they're young, super young, which a lot of dudes don't really get a chance, the opportunity, or have the brains to actually say, okay, let's really open up a business and do this. I am super proud of you two.
Thank you. We really do appreciate it because, especially with people our age, man, it doesn't seem like a lot of people have that, like you said, that business mindset, and we just wanted to venture out and do something different, especially being as young as we are.
And it's actually dope.
I feel like the biggest thing, honestly, is most people don't feel like it's possible. They feel like because they're so young and people don't take them seriously enough, that they're not really sure if they can.
Yeah, like it's out of their reach.
Yeah. And it doesn't help that you got a lot of worldly influences that goes on too that gravitates a lot of young people right now.
Which you have to be able to grasp. Like, okay, I know it's Friday night. I know everybody's going to.
Yo, I can tell you some stories about how many Friday nights I wanted to go out, how many Saturdays.
But see, the crazy thing is, when we were y'all age, we were those cats that were going hard.
Hey, we just consider it a blessing. Maybe it's the DNA, maybe it's something.
Huge.
Maybe.
Which along the way we were able to enjoy life.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Enjoy life, but I just want to let you guys know that it was very inspiring. It takes a lot to inspire me. I'm not saying that I'm like the most. I'm just T.I. Frank, but it inspired me, and when it inspires me, I gotta let you guys know because y'all are young and just reminded me of like the grind and the struggle. But it reminded me like y'all two just like started it whole. It's like, dude.
Oh yeah, man.
No, you don't understand.
The origins, man.
Y'all don't understand what I'm saying right now because you haven't really seen their studio. But once it's live, full-fledged, open, like lit,
It's gonna be a beast.
these two, look out for them because they're about to literally do damage in the city. So I'm gonna shut up for a little bit. We got Jonathan in the building.
Yeah.
What's up, man?
None much.
I met you. We met you through
Justin,
obviously, and you manage what's happening.
Pretty much, yeah.
Also you said you do a little bit of everything, right?
Pretty much.
So what is like your main specialty?
Right now it's graphics. I can do anything from business cards, logos. I designed one of our artists, Solus and Rock. He's a up and coming artist in the city. I designed his ski mask with the hockey mask behind it. He wears that around to some concerts and stuff, and he didn't really know how to put it down to something that he could put on like flyers or something like that. So I just created it. Me and a partner of mine, Jay Bennett, we created a graphic of it, and he's been using it like crazy and promoting himself, and it's been making him make moves lately. He has a show coming up. Actually, we have a show that we're in the middle of
In the middle of promotions, yeah.
And it's called the Wake Up Show. Solus and Rod's show, his group is called Tired of Being Slept On. So we were like, what should we name it? What should we call it?
What do we go with for this? Where's the direction we flow?
And it's just basic ingenuity, pretty much. Just use your brain and make the connections. Because the wake up, if you're tired of being slept on, it's time for them to wake up. Wake them up. So we're putting a show together. We have a not full lineup yet, if any artist is looking to jump on the show. But we have a pretty good lineup coming. And actually the way WAV MOB started was just that, just networking. So
just the cohesion.
Me and Justin used to run track against each other.
Used to smoke him.
Yeah, he used to beat me.
Smoked him. Quarter mile.
And we were at a party, and I walked up to him, and I saw him moving his speakers out of the party. He was DJing.
I literally just got done DJing at one of Bobby's parties. I was walking out to my truck, and he's just like, dude, what's going on, man? I haven't seen you in a minute. I was like, what's going on, John? And he's like, is there anything I can do to help you? And I'm like, yeah, you can grab these big old speakers, man. had to get all that stuff loaded. I had another gig to get to, but him and one of our artists, OG, ended up coming up to my truck, and like, we're just like, hey man,
OGDB.
Yeah, OGDB, this dude's an artist, man. He's really good. And I'm just like, all right, man, spit me something. And they like caught him off guard. He was just like, right now? And I'm just like, yeah, man, if he says you're an artist, I want to hear that right now. And long story short, he ended up spitting some real bars to me real quick. And we just went back and forth for a little while. I freestyled. I showed him one of my songs. And then literally like 2 days later, right?
2 days?
Yeah, 2 days later, we ended up meeting up in a coffee shop. At this point, I had already been doing like all this stuff on my own. I did graphics for Cake Fiend when he was doing the Spaced Out with the Spartan term, the Chippewa shows. I did all those graphics. I had a DJ. I had my own artist stuff. And we sat down, and he had the same vision I had. And he was just like, we already got a name for it. Let's call this WAV MOB.
Yeah.
And literally in the middle of a Big B coffee shop, that's just where this all started. We just sat down. We're just like, let's break this up. Let's give everybody their own jobs.
We have the schematics of the building on a napkin. I don't know where this napkin is. Somebody needs to find this napkin.
It's worth something.
We set the whole thing up in a Big B coffee, and we picked out which room was going in what we were going to do with the different space, and pretty much
just rolled with it.
Everything's history from there.
You see, one thing I learned is like, that's basically wrote down your direction, your goal, and that gave you the opportunity to like actually grasp it and go after it. Because if you don't write it down, like one thing that I learned is if you don't write it down anywhere or hold on to something that you want visually, you can't see it, then it's gonna be harder to get to it. Not saying that you can't. Some people just can say, look, this is what I want in my head. Because I'm like that. But I also know that like if I write down my goals, I've been able to like accomplish it a lot faster.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So the fact that y'all are able to write down your goals, the most impressive thing about all this is your age. The only reason why I say that is because you don't understand where I was at your age.
Oh yeah, one of those things that, especially like people like our parents' age, like moms and dads, one of the things they always used to say to us growing up was like, wisdom and opportunity come with age. And one of the things that, especially me, especially what I've figured out, like growing up to where I am now, it's not necessarily factual. It's kind of like how people have viewed things, because they are right to a certain extent. A lot of the times that wisdom, that experience, it comes with age. But really the wisdom comes with the experience. And the reason the reason that we're able to kick it so hard, and the reason we're able to kick out so much in such a short amount of time is because we've had those experiences. We have the wisdom to know that, yeah, we can go out and party, and we love doing it. A lot of times we will just kick it one night, just throw a party, and just say, forget it to all the music, all everything, and just have fun. But we have that wisdom to know that if we get this done now, later we're going to be even more set, and we're going to be able to have that more fun.
One thing I can tell you, like, you will be able to do it later. It's kind of just like, it's kind of like when you're in high school. You know when, you know, we were in school, and like, for some reason, we just wanted to be adults.
So bad.
Oh yeah.
We begged
for it. Dude, I tell you.
Low-key, I mean, we're making moves, but I miss being a kid.
Oh, I miss
I'm not
when
gonna
my
say I
parents
go
paid my
back,
bills, man.
but I miss.
Don't get me wrong, man.
I miss it.
You know, you learn how to survive in life, and if you're doing it well, that's awesome. But there's one thing that will never ever take place is being childhood full fledged, because I mean you just don't understand that you're free.
Oh yeah, truly.
Just
The only time
unadulterated. Just
only
free.
time you're free, and you don't feel free because you have parents, and you have rules, and you have this, and you have that. And you're free.
Then you get old enough, and then you just appreciate all the rules.
You know, the moment I felt that I wasn't a kid anymore is when I looked in the mailbox. My name and all these.
And all these bills.
All these numbers.
These numbers.
Like, wait, somebody else is supposed to take
And
this.
what's
This ain't
crazy
mine.
about all those numbers is that if you don't pay those numbers,
You put the box.
you either lose what you have, something bad happens.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
There's no remorse.
Oh
there's
yeah,
no,
consequences
there's
are
no,
real
oh,
as an
you
adult.
can't do it. That's fine. We'll do it for you.
Mhm.
It's you 365. I was telling my nephews, they're in school. I'm like, man, I wish I could get weekends off. I wish I could explain to them like how life really.
Oh yeah. And that's honestly going back to that. That's one thing that helped WAV MOB get to the point where it is we go whole days working until the next morning, and we don't even realize. And I don't believe in time. Time isn't a thing. And also going back to the adult thing, I feel like when I became an adult, that's when I felt truly free. Because what people don't realize is when you're a kid, you're going by somebody else's rules. When you're an adult,
That's
you
true.
can make your own rules. There's guidelines and legal steps and stuff you have
Oh
to
yeah,
follow.
absolutely, 100% of
But
the time.
if you move within those, you can do whatever you want.
I understand that.
Mhm.
And that's
Well, I guess in a way, how I view being a kid, man,
It's just you.
you are being led, because like wherever your parents are and whatever they're instilling in you, that's kind of all you have to back off until you're like 18.
Yeah.
So you have 18 years of something that you can choose to, if you feel like it's cool, you like it,
Mhm.
or if you like, no, this just ain't right. I'm not with it. I'm about to go and experience some new stuff, and then you start, like you were talking about, wisdom through experience.
Mhm.
Like you start just like, my parents are full-fledged Christians, diehard.
Mhm.
I'm a PK. I do hip hop shows, and, you know,
Mhm.
like, but I don't care that people look at me as a preacher's kid. Stu. Yeah, my dad's a pastor. He is an awesome one.
Oh yeah.
You should come to the church and check him out. But don't look at me as if I should have a Bible in my
For
hand
sure,
too,
for
saying the
sure.
same thing. Not saying
Uh-huh.
that that's not me,
right.
because I
So
That's
still
a part of
party.
who you are.
It's
Yeah.
out in my car right now.
Mhm.
I'm not, the most holiest person in the world, but like, I'm glad that was instilled in me.
Right.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
that's
absolutely.
something that I chose to keep.
You
Mhm.
know where you come from.
There's so many like different choices that we have. There's so many different things that you can try. That I chose, like, okay, I don't want to experience anything else.
Oh,
'cause I
yeah.
don't
I relate to that though. 'cause
100%,
My mom's
both
a
of us,
minister
yeah.
at Ebenezer Ministries, and
It's different though, right?
yeah, oh yeah, for sure.
It's-
It's a totally,
Yeah,
and
minister
like you
too.
said, doing this hip hop
I'm
thing.
home full of PKs.
Like I feel it because at the same time when I go home to my mom, I have this life I have to live, and the people that surround her, they're obviously more Christian inclined. But when we go to our hip hop stuff, there's more
There's everything.
everything.
There's
And
everything.
It's the world.
It's
It's the poison.
It's literally everything.
It makes you feel like it's the
everything.
poison, right?
You get everything that you were told is
Lies,
bad
world,
growing up,
ways.
and then you get everything that you were told is good growing up, all thrown into this
Just
melting
it's
pot.
one
And
And
it's
when you get a chance to get all,
It's
it's like
surreal.
that baby that's in a room full of all the beauties in the world that you can have.
oh yeah, I remember the way you were talking about, like growing up, your parents instill like all your beliefs into you, like no matter what it is, whether you're conservative, liberal, Christian, Islamic, Judaism, whatever you're going with, that's instilled by your parents. And I remember the first time as an adult when I like started to question that. Like I remember thinking about it and like, why do I believe this? And that's what really like got me to who I am now. Is because I was just like, I had to question exactly why I believed what I believed.
I'm glad you said that,
Mhm.
because there was a time in my life where I felt like, okay, I'm just going to church. Like is it because I've been so taught to just go? Because
Oh,
even
yeah.
when I left home, like I'm going. I'm
Oh,
going.
yeah. literally,
I'm
like
going.
one of the first things I did as an adult is I became a minister in my church. Like before I even decided, like, is this the religion I want to be the rest of my life? And like me now, like I consider myself a monotheist. It's not that there's one God and the Christian God's the only God, but I believe that like Islam and like Judaism, Christianity, all these monotheistic religions, it's all the same God.
I will say this.
It's the same God.
I will say this because now that the more you just start,
Yeah, we got deep. We got deep.
Do your research about the whole religion thing. It really is all saying the same.
Yeah.
It's like the same thing, but
Just
It's
different.
God. It's God's way of
different.
speaking to different
some
even
people
people.
just want to.
because-
Some humans just want to be that man.
You got to
Oh,
think,
yeah.
you got to think about it too. There's people.
I don't believe
There was
that human
people
can have that
during the
power.
times of like Christ, during the times
that.
when like Moses
that.
was walking the earth,
Yeah.
that had no way of
It just-
knowing that there was one God. There was all these civilizations out there that aren't even talked
So-
about in the Bible. You got to think God had to have been talking to them too. It couldn't have just been Moses. It
And
couldn't have
that
just been
goes back
Jesus.
to
Put it in a
like,
different
Yeah,
form.
it's just different forms of the same God talking to man.
Yeah, because I have done my research on like different religions and stuff just to see, and I came to find out like, dang, it's all pretty much kind of going down the same path.
It's
So,
parallels.
And that goes back to like, if you think about it, it's like food. Everybody makes noodles or some form of like grains or something.
Mhm.
They have bread, noodles, rice, something.
Mm-hmm.
It's just where you're from.
Tortillas.
That makes
Oh, those
the
enchiladas.
like
Yeah.
that gets you back to your conversion, kind of. You know what I mean? Like
So-
the way you see it.
I'm gonna tell you this. This is when I knew what I was believing in was right. Because religion, you can't see it.
Right.
You can see it, people's rituals,
Mhm.
but you can't see like the actual.
You can't really. I don't
You
think
can't
really-
see it
you can't-
before it's
you
in,
can't
you
feel
know,
it.
like-
You can
yeah.
see. You can feel it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So if you've ever been to like a church, man,
Oh yeah.
and really got tuned in and tried to like be
Feel it.
there in the
Especially
moment and try to tap into
black
it.
gospel churches, man. Oh, I tell you what.
This is-
That's what I grew up in,
Yeah.
man.
The crazy thing is that it's real though.
Oh,
yeah,
like
for
when
sure.
you see people tripping, like some people can possibly
like
go
goosebumps
overboard.
on a
It's like you
whole
get a
level.
chill when you
It's
walk
crazy.
into a place you don't really know, that ominous feeling.
Like people
Like,
say
it's
they
a
feel the
different
Holy
type of
Spirit.
feeling,
It's
but it's the
literally,
same
it
feeling.
crawls across
You
your
feel
skin.
it.
Exactly.
And I experienced, I got my own experience in it. Like,
Mhm.
you know, of just shedding tears and this like feeling so like,
Man, I got knocked
I believe
out.
it. Like,
Like,
yeah.
and then
He
when
hit
the
one
crowd
of those.
He said
was-
Jesus
the crowd
hit him with the
came
bop.
up, and I was like, oh shoot, please don't walk to me. I was like, 'cause he was going around stand up, cool.
But
man.
you knew it was coming though. That's
See,
the feeling.
And
You
then,
can feel
and then
it
I was
coming
just like,
before it
man,
happens.
and
The
then I
fact
just
that the
started-
radio
I started
can't see
feeling
his hand
overwhelmed
movement
that
either.
he spoke his prophetic word on me and stuff, and then he laid his hands on me, and I just literally passed out, and I was on the floor, eyes wide open, I couldn't move
But look,
at all.
look, man,
Dang.
this is
It
the
was
thing.
crazy, bro.
Amen, bro. Hallelujah and all that stuff.
This is the thing though. The crazy thing is that people will joke, like you can really be knocked out.
For real.
I know y'all seen Benny Hinn.
Yeah.
Mhm.
When my man's can't. We've seen the videos of people like I've never.
Taking their shirt and just waving it, and
Making like
a
a-
whole
No,
roll.
that's-
Hey,
that's like
that for real was my church.
That's-
Only white family. That was my mom.
That's
Waving the shirt, throwing it,
That's
all that
over
stuff.
extensive to believe that like a preacher can throw his tile and make a ton of people fall over.
Yo,
Yeah,
but that's
like-
what we do. If you think about it, when we have our influence or whatever, we
It
just
touches
wave something,
everybody.
and the whole wave
That is
just
true.
starts sweeping people.
That
And
is
that's
true.
that's literally like the synopsis of everything that we are. The reason that we're Wave Mob is because we have these conversations, because we stay wavy. Like the whole point of like Wave Mob is that instead of WAVE, it's WAV because we're in the music. But at the same time, we're still wavy. We still have our ups and downs. We talk about the goods, the bads, the ugly. We get into everything, and that's the whole reason why we wanted to basically picture everything into the same photo, bring everything together, because the graphics, the recording, everything that we do out of the Wave Lounge is literally all just part of the wave. It's all building up to something bigger. And if you don't have one part of the wave's not going to be as high. And that literally is why we decided to go in the direction that we did, why we decided to bring everything together rather than doing everything apart.
Hey man, I'm with it. That's actually pretty dope.
And actually, with that, because Justin, he has his Deaf Presidential. His rap name's actually Deaf President.
Deaf President, man.
And he has Deaf Presidential Entertainment, and he does graphics, music, and all his stuff. And I have Global Maximum Marketing. That's my individual business. And I've had that first week graduating high school. I was like, I want to retire by the time I'm 26. I think I'm doing a pretty good job. But so we have that, and we put our stuff together, like he was saying. You have to put all the pieces together. You have WAV MOB, which is 2 different pieces, and then you 2 are 2 separate pieces. But you guys put your stuff together and make Flycy. Flycy and WAV MOB, that's a bigger wave, and just sweep it.
Everything just builds together. Yeah. It's that community.
Yeah,
it's coming together for a common goal.
Positivity attracts positive.
That's what I was going to say. Like, you surround yourself around positive people, expect positive outcomes.
Like, remember back when we was outside at Flycy, and we were at the riverfront, and how it felt being on that stage, at that stage front. Like, literally, if you had
we got to do a show at the riverfront.
They shut it down. Yeah. It's all, you can't.
No, you can do it now though. I'm pretty sure, because they had a couple of shows out there.
Did they really?
Yeah.
That's been a dream of mine since I was 4.
Man.
We did
all I know is the first time I ever touched foot on that stage is when we started doing the shows. And like, man, we would have all sides of the city down there, but there was like this cloud, man, like raw, positive energy. Nobody could come down there and just
break it.
It's like Star Wars, that's the Force.
Not even like literally the most dangerous man in the world could come there and be hugging everybody by the time.
Exactly.
And
I appreciate the fact that that's in the middle of the city, because I feel like that's another thing people that do any type.
I'm sure we've been in danger.
Oh, hundreds of times.
Oh yeah.
I could name times when I knew I was in danger, but it's just
I'm doing a live show and I got like maybe 30 dudes behind me, maybe 29 of them got guns on me.
Ready.
Like for real.
And the one who doesn't is in charge of the other 29.
Yeah.
That's a real thing.
But they down there like no drama, no beef, just all.
Because we're all there for the same thing. All there for the music. All there for the atmosphere.
And I appreciate the fact that that's in the middle of the city, because what people don't realize is with that being in the middle of the city, that's the heart of the city.
Yeah.
There's a reason that energy is there. And all you really have to do, and we've all felt it. None of us have ever talked about this story before, but we've all felt it. That's the heart of the city. We need to expound upon that, make that bigger, give it to everybody else.
And see, if you look at music and what it's doing now, if you look at y'all cats are young, but we about to hit our 30s, okay? So this is why I keep saying, because we got like a 10-year mark. It's like, dang.
We're getting there. We're getting
so 10 years ago, there was no music scene. There was no music scene. Okay. I promise you, the moment 4 years ago, the moment Flycy stepped foot,
everybody came out.
Every single artist just began to like.
It's a yearning.
Music. Everybody got hungry.
It's funny because it's producing. I remember that happening. Like I was so young then. 10 years ago, I was 11, and I remember back then I was already writing music at that point, but nobody else was like. If they were, I didn't know about it. It was like me and like maybe one other dude. It was literally just me and Justin Caskey, the only 2 people out of Davison that were writing any music. I didn't know anybody else. I didn't know anybody from Flint. I knew one other person like outside of like our 2 people actually doing music, and then all of a sudden like I got to like 16 and now I'm hearing about Bobby and I'm hearing about Jackman and I'm hearing about all these other people all doing music and stuff. Yeah, I'm just like, wow.
I want to say there's at least 70. We've at least stamped 70% of the rappers.
For sure. Actually,
at least 70%.
Me and Cam Howe, when we went down to Florida, we moved down to Florida and we just did the music thing pretty much. And you guys with Flycy, that was a huge part in him being on 937 and all of his stuff. And you guys helped him get to that point. And the fact that you guys said that you were honored to be talking to us, like that means a lot.
It was an honor for us.
You guys are the Capitol Theater of
music
listen, man. This isn't about. I don't look at people as if I'm any better or any higher level, man. I am a sponge. I am a sponge, man, to anybody that I feel like I could either continue to grow from or learn from. If you're younger than me, but you got the mind to be business minded, well then yeah, come on over. Let's all continue to talk. This is how you get stronger, man.
It wasn't necessarily in a way that. Like,
so when I said it was an honor, it's like, yo, honor me, I'm a young cat.
It wasn't even like that though. It's literally Flycy. Like before Wave Mob was ever even an idea, before it was even something that like we didn't even thought about. Like before I was doing the DJing, before he was doing the graphics, Flycy was what brought people together. And like the honor, when we like say that, it's because if it wasn't for you guys' platform, people like you putting things together, we wouldn't have even happened. We would have never came into existence. So we would have gone our separate ways. We would have gone to different parts of the country, different parts of the state, and we would have done our thing. But the fact that Flycy was there, the fact that kids like us had that platform, that's what's the honor. Is because you're the people who made what we are.
Listen, man, we all over time right now, but this is such a good show. But look, we appreciate y'all. You guys are always welcome to come back down here
anytime.
Wave Mob, yo, they are what's next. I'm telling you, your studio is amazing. You can do pretty much anything there. You can book shows. You get stuff made. You can get your studio time there. Check these cats out, Wave Mob. Y'all can come back whenever. This is not the last time y'all hear from these cats. 92.1, Jake Jacks, my brother. Thanks for coming. It's been a late night in here. Time to go home.
All right.
We out.
Stay wavy.
And next time.